In this video, I'll be explaining all of the details and the finishing touches I added to my foam core house. After finishing my build, I wanted to start adding details. I first started by making a fence around the top patio and roof. I used this long, thin piece of wood and cut it with an X-Acto knife. Then I used hot glue to attach the bases to each corner. After that, I used long pieces to connect each piece to the poles. One problem I had with these fences was that the wood was very dry and thin, making it easy to snap. I unfortunately broke multiple pieces while making the fence and had to start over multiple times. Still, I was able to be very careful and finish the fences neatly. After adding the fences, I started painting the floors and roofs. I decided on black as it was a nice easy color and hard to mess up. Here you can see I painted all three parts: the top roof, the lower patio, and the floor patio. I did the most even coats I could, but it was difficult as I always couldn't balance the color. After painting those parts, I started working on the walls. I chose brown paint for the walls because it looked most like wood. It was much harder to balance the coats of paint as brown was a lighter color. One major problem I had after painting was the curving. When the paint dried, the board would curve upwards and look really bad. Nevertheless, I was able to complete my painting and the final result turned out great. I really like how the black and brown went together and made a nice final paint job. Here's the final result. After painting, I got to work on some details. I used this long thin piece of wood to make an X shape on the roofs in order to give them some character. I liked how this turned out because it added a nice detail and it was easy to make. After adding those details, I started to work on the floor and windows. For the floors, I used these popsicle sticks. I cut the ends off and made sure to give them varying lengths in order to make the floor look more like a real wooden floor while also making them unique to me. I laid them out on the floor first before gluing. I wanted to make sure they could fit all the floor without cramming or having too much extra room. It was a good idea that I did this because I ended up having to cut some of the popsicle sticks in half. After laying them all out, this is what they looked like. I then glued them in. After laying out the popsicle sticks, I still thought the floor looked a little boring, so I cut some rubber wood print floor and glued them into the bathroom areas. I also worked on the windows during this. I used plexiglass and cut them into shape with a bandsaw. Here are some of the pictures of the windows. This was the final step of building the house. I hope you enjoyed watching this as this was a very fun project to do. Thank you for watching.